I have to be an FA to walk on. Good, didn't guess I didn't need to play it that long. Okay. Hold up. I'm not a player. I'm not a player. No, 21. Okay. All right. All right, I guess now they're in peak clock for a bit. I guess I can do a couple things. Sorry, chat. I had to do some things. First, for really getting loose, for some reason, games like these were supposed to be promoted by Infinity Sports, but the person who was supposed to be doing it isn't even active, so that's really freaking weird. So I don't really know how to feel about that. I got really ticked off yesterday because of that. Because Matt is inactive as heck, but it's whatever. Apparently, he decided to take a vacation on the one time we needed it. Guess he doesn't care enough, apparently. But it's fine. We can still live. I don't know. Anyways, there better be a good reason for why he's not active at all. Oh, it's gonna be intercepted by Noxter though on a 3rd and 7. Not an ideal start for the Panthers whatsoever. Can't really allow that kind of turnovers to happen. Sorry if I can't be as loud as I want to be, but I can't really be too loud, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Because one, I'm tired, and two, uh, well, where I'm at, I can't be as loud as I want to be. So I can't really scream my eardrum. I can't really scream until your eardrums fall out, which is probably a good thing for you guys, but hey. It's whatever. It's going to be caught by Chromed. Chromed by Jay on the check down there. Very good gain of yardage so far. But let's see. Oh, okay, we got a 4th and 4. I think Baltimore can go for it, but again, it's a very high pressure situation, like all 4th downs are. If they make make a mistake here, this is going to be Panthers ball immediately, and it seems that they will make that mistake. It's going to be turnover on downs. Panthers with a very impressive play there. Panthers could not have played much better on that 4th down, especially from the defensive ends. And oh no, Isaiah gonna be wide open. Or is that Isaiah? I think it is. Isaiah not gonna quite get the end zone, but will get a very, very massive chunk of yardage just for Baltimore leaving him completely wide open. And it's gonna be caught by Warstar on the out route, and that's gonna be a touchdown. The situational awareness from Warstar there, able to find a gap in Baltimore's coverage. And just like that, Carolina has scored first blood. Hello, Vikings fan. Well, I guess it is a 2-point conversion, so it will not count. Rip Oliver trade. I mean, we're still probably going to partner. I think it's just a little frustrating that CFL got ghosted momentarily. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll probably be a week 2 thing. Because I'm trying to message Kick and Evil, and honestly, I don't think they're going to respond anytime soon. By the time they do, it's probably too late. But it's whatever. Show must go on, right? All right, and King 2 exclusive going to try to get some yards on that check down. Barely going to get a yard. If you even count that as a yard. And here we go. Oh, very unlucky there by Noxter getting popped there. Would have been an easy 1st down. And now Baltimore in a very do or die situation here. You can't afford to make any mistakes here like that last 4th down. You got to find someone here if you're Baltimore, and he will, thanks to Chromed. The quarterback able to fit it right in between the 2 defenders. A very beautiful play there by AZ. But can we see more from it? Offensive line giving AZ a little bit of breathing room here. Somehow both the defender and the wide receiver missed that pass. I mean, it was a very awkward angle, though, so I'm not going to entirely blame them for that. It was a very awkward angle, so again, I'm not going to blame them too hard on that. Oh, and well, apparently he thought the ref was wide open, so I guess he wanted to pass to him. I think he mistook the ref for a player of theirs. I mean, hey, they're both wearing white, so I could see why he'd make that mistake. Sorry, I just coughed a little bit. But either way, he's going for deep. Unfortunately, not gonna find anything. How did you get a lot of people? That guy's a rookie O-line, I think. Oh, I mean, good for him. He's doing pretty well so far. Aside from that, maybe that one time, that one sack, but I don't know if that was really his fault. I gotta look at that again. But DPT Cam going to answer right back with a touchdown for Baltimore, and just like that, it is currently a 6v6. But will Baltimore take the lead with this extra point, though? Extra points are pretty inconsistent. They're mostly blocks, but there are rare times where an extra point can make the difference. Let's see if Baltimore can get it here. And it seems like they will, and it will be good. Baltimore going to have the 1 point lead at the moment. Every point counts when it comes to how dominant offense is in this meta. Or how high scoring, how much of a high scoring meta this offense can have here. I don't know if I said that in the right words, but you get what I mean. War my goat going to be the one to be quarterback. Sorry, I didn't mention both quarterbacks here. I was kind of just like zoning out on like the play-by-play. Do you think like we should like have like spotlights for players? I feel like it'd be kind of hard because like it's hard for me to get highlights of them, I guess. I don't know. And here we go. Rem QT going to get it on the right fold. I feel like there's going to be a lot of offensive players, though, in the spotlight, though. Not a lot of defensive. Like, the only ones I can maybe spot are, like, exceptional defensive end. But even then, I don't know if it's anything else. But either way, going to be intercepted there by DPT Cam. The same one who got the touchdown for Baltimore last drive from the Ravens. And now going to make a key interception here to give Baltimore an opportunity to extend their lead. Dang, I have 10 viewers already? What the heck? I'm growing, boys. But either way, AZ has an open lane. He can take it. And he looks like he's going to try to throw it deep. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get the throw there. Just a tad bit overthrown. Very, very tight coverage from Carolina, though. Not making any throw free for Baltimore at the moment. Baltimore's definitely got to work for whatever yardage they can get. Or touchdown, for that matter. All right, but they will get a bit of yardage there on the check down. But let's see, on a 3rd and 6, they're going to give it to Noxer on the out route. And he will easily get a first down and more. And now at around the 50, so 50 more yards to go for Baltimore. Carolina does need a very key stop if they want to have any chance of taking this lead back. Oh, and it's going to be swatted by the Carolina defensive ends. Very good play there from this Carolina defense. That is always a win in my book if you can get a ball swat like that. But let's see. It's going to be to Noxter again. Going to avoid the first defender briefly. Could have been short of a first down if he got that tackle, but unfortunately it was not in the cards, and it's going to be good for a 25-yard gain and a first down to go with it. Are you going to do CFL tomorrow? I mean, I've always done CFL tomorrow. I mean, I feel like there's got to be more than that, though. Defensive player spotlight might be intercepting a fit or catching a 1v3 top. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be more than just one highlight. At least in my opinion. Like, it's got to be more than just catching ints, you know? Are you going to do CFL tomorrow? I mean, if there's a game tomorrow. I mean, whatever. I mean, I was in a bad mood yesterday because, like, I was not expecting to get ghosted by Infinity Sports, but I'm not gonna fully blame them. I don't know if they were. I'm not gonna like fully like go in a temper tantrum about it. I'm kind of over it now, but it's still kind of frustrating because we're planning on a partnership and That'd be cool. Is anyone in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if the season is like that. I don't know if CFL is like that old to have a Hall of Fame yet. But there are some early contenders if there is a Hall of Fame though. I'm not entirely sure if there is going to be one. There probably will be soon, um but yeah, I don't really have much words for that outside of what I just said. But yeah, War My Goat. Going to try to find a deep pass to Warstar. The dynamic duo over here conveniently by name. And just like that, right before the first quarter ends, Warstar going to answer right back with a touchdown of their own. And just like that, I think this one's going to be a game, ladies and gentlemen. So far, if we're looking at just the first quarter. But like I said before, anything can happen. Why is War low key? Do you just bring random people for games or people you always had? I mean, Warstars, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I think new players who want to play competitively like come here, and I guess there's also old players who are pretty loyal to Football Legends. They're also going to be the ones being here. I mean, Warstar is one of the big ones. I think I've seen Nogster around too. So there's quite a lot of old players here. I think there's not too many players here I know though. So I think there's a lot of new players here that I think we'll probably see more of from both of these teams. But for now though, oh, it's gonna be intercepted by Warstar. Warstar going to try to get a pick six here if he can. I don't know if he will, but he's gonna get a pretty good distance in terms of field position right back. And there you go. And now Carolina with an opportunity to take the lead. I mean, I know I say a lot how much of an offensive meta we're in, but there's also moments like that where it's not free, but it's definitely very dominant. And that's definitely why. And it's going to be, oh, it was caught by Warstar originally on that pass, but it was going to be popped. I don't know if I see War My Go. I don't know if it's like a different person and just changed their name, or if they're like actually a new player. I have no idea. What does Tinu have? I think he's pretty good. I mean, I could see Tinu. I mean, I think there's a couple others as well, but I could see him making Hall of Fame eventually. I mean, he's on a really good start though. I think Tinu's looking pretty good so far. But yeah, as for that, I mean, honestly, I think competitive Football Legends in general, I think if Infinity Sports can like push um like the competitive scene for oh well, it's gonna be intercepted by Nogster apparently as I was talking about whatever else. Very good defensive play from Nogster there, able to deny Carolina a chance to take the lead. But yeah, either way, I think if Infinity Sports can like properly market the competitive scene and like take their time to invest in it, like development wise, I think it can go a long way, in my opinion. I think it'll definitely take some time to where it becomes like more and more sophisticated, more than just oh, it's just a fan made community league. Like I'm hoping we can like give like mods and devs are focusing on the FL update right now. I know, but yeah, but they did say that they would announce it on a primetime game like this weekend. So it's not like, I mean, according to the commissioner himself. So it's not like they're just like, hey, it's not like we contacted them like just now and just being like, hey, can you announce this game? Like, no, this was like, there's supposed to be plans, but I guess it wasn't in the cards. And I'm not going to entirely blame them. I mean, they're probably really busy, so I'm not going to. And you know, I say a lot about like how offense isn't free, but apparently there are just moments like that where just like you cannot make that kind of mistake. Like I said, it's not like brain dead free, but it's more of like you still have to be somewhat competent in those situations where it's like, yeah, you kind of have to jump for that. And those are kind of just one of those throws where it's not really the quarterback's fault there. But yeah, gonna be caught by Warstar on the hitch. After Forest, do you bring and other people? And if you do, can I go in? I don't directly bring in other people. I mean, I have Nightbot that like sends um, the Discord chat message for the league. So it's not like I don't directly bring people. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. But is Fatal Cena back, or is I think I've seen Fatal Cena a bit. I mean, yeah, you're free to join in though. I mean, it's open to everyone. But let's see, is Fatal Cena back or gone from CFL? I've seen him in the game for a little bit more than usual. I think he's still here. I think he's still around. I think he just kind of like. I think we kind of just had a bit of burnout last season, so that's probably why like he left a little bit for season 3. But I think he's back now. I guess he just needed. I guess we just needed a break from Football Legends for a bit. But yeah, as I was saying though, I'm hoping to make Football Legends like I wouldn't say a career because like at the end of the day, I don't think it's sophisticated. I don't think it'll ever get sophisticated enough to where it's like a full-time job kind of thing. But I think it could be like a thing where like it could be an okay way to get something like Robux or cosmetics or like or as a way to generate like revenue in some way for Infinity Sports. I think if we can get to that point, I think it'll be more and more worth the investment because I don't think any other Roblox football game has like marketed the competitive scene properly because NFL UF is just going to be park the entire time, and if you like that, cool, but that's not really the most competitive game mode in Roblox football, and Football Fusion just doesn't really have enough updates to really justify um, updates, and even then, it's like they don't really sponsor any leagues or make it like sophisticated at all. They just kind of just make it as like a side thing. Like I think Football Legends is probably the closest we can have to like an actual marketed competitive scene. How do I go in? Do I join by Discord? Tell me the code. Oh, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna need a walk on here because it's 8v8. So I don't think that's possible, but for you to join in, but if you want to play, I mean. But I mean, if you want to be a walk-on, there is a thing called walk-ons where free agents in the CFL server where they can play for a team. And that's usually it's usually for teams that don't have enough players online and they usually have only one. So, but yeah, you have to join the team Discord. Yeah. Like Luke James said it himself. I guess you probably would have better if you just listened to Luke James. But either way, touchdown from Baltimore there. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. I think it was Knoxter that caught it, but I could be wrong though. I am not entirely sure. Like I said, I'm not entirely paying attention. I just kind of like zoned out for a bit, like I usually do. I think I'm just excited for like the future of like what it could be in comparative scene. I guess I got a little frustrated, but I'm good now. But yeah. Um, what was I doing again? Oh, right. Isaiah though, gonna take the left fold again. Sorry, I keep like zoning out, and it's like maybe that's not the most healthy for me to do, you know? And here we go, looking for Warstar again. He's gonna get it. And just like that, that is going to be 6 for Warstar. And just like that, that is a 3-point game so far. Again, the Ravens cannot be comfortable here whatsoever. Again, a 3-point lead. I mean, even in real life, it's not a lot, but it's especially not a lot in Carolina in in this game. Again, with how fast scoring offenses can be, like 3 points can just like turn the tide in an instant. Heck, even like a two scoring game isn't a lot, depending on um it can be depending on like just depending on what the game state is and how fast they can score, or if they how fast they want to score. Because I mean, they can score right now, like if they want to, but not because anyone was open, like blatantly open deep, but just mostly because of just they can just toss it up and then boom, they can just put it on essentially a coin flip and boom. But either way, AZ though gonna be backed up quite a bit here, going to be looking for Noxter, but wait, was that Noxter? I think it might have been someone else. Oh, it was the Noxter, I think. But War, my goat, going to be the one to just completely steal the interception from him. Kind of. I mean, I think Noxter just didn't time the jump properly, and unfortunately got punished for it, thanks to Warstar my goat's dive. But either way, though, gonna be oh no, Isaiah jumped a little bit too early there, and DBT Cam like was in the right place at the right time. The ball practically just came to his arms. I mean, Cam awaited the ball in his arms, but I think I just like butchered that sentence, but it's fine. I'm not like crazy about it. Do you tell people the code for custom, or do you say in code? Usually it's private because we don't want people to invade the server for no reason. So that's why I typically don't say the code or show it. We just don't want random people invading the server if we can. Every now and then they do, but it's not like super common. But either way, though, you got 8 seconds left of the second quarter. If you're Baltimore, you don't have a lot of time to score here. Who gets the ball again? Isn't it Carolina that gets the ball here? I forgot which side gets the ball first, or gets the ball second half. But either way, though, AZ gonna get rushed by 3, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough to stop them. They just have way too good field position to be able to throw one deep, and it looks like they will. But will they catch it? Yes and no. They did. They were able to catch it, but unfortunately, Nogster was bodied out of bounds, so it's going to be incomplete there. That was an incredibly lucky break there for Carolina. And just like that, Carolina at the moment has a chance. Like I said, that's why I think like you can score really fast because of those situations. Because you'd be surprised how crazy a toss-up can be. But either way, though, Carolina going to be the one to get the ball back off of a huge defensive stop. No. Oh, no. I had a feel until I'm like, wait, is that a safety? And I'm like, yep, it is. What? That shouldn't be a safety. Yeah, I'm going to be real. That should not be a safety. I'm going to be honest. That should not be a safety. Is there even a ref in this game? Oh my gosh, I don't think there's a ref in this game. I guess we're going to have to go with game call. All right, game call it is. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary so far, though, outside of maybe that safety. But either way, AZ going to get sacked, though. Just gets completely punished by this Carolina defensive end, by these Carolina defensive ends. The teams host the game, not Poly. Yeah. So what do you do to let people in? I mean, unless you're a ref or a streamer or on a team that's, or on the respective teams playing, you can't really do that. Can you challenge game calls? I don't know. I haven't really seen a challenge. So maybe, maybe not. Let me look at the game rules real quick, see if there is a challenge. Sorry, I'm gonna be not commentating real quick. Let's see. Maybe is it game regulation or gameplay conduct? Okay, challenges. So if any in-game rules are broken during a game, a team may spam challenge and chat and specify their offense. The challenge only adheres to the previous play. If the ball is hiked and the team did not call for a challenge, it is an invalid challenge. I mean, it doesn't say anything about like game calls though. But Isaiah gonna get a touchdown for Carolina. Sorry, I got distracted for a bit. So I don't think it specifies game calls. I think it's just I think if they just broke a rule, like someone's ineligible or they're double blocking, like that kind of thing. Like it doesn't specifically state anything about game calls. I mean, maybe it does, but I mean, so far nothing out of the ordinary when it comes to the rules of the game though. If there was a ref here, it would make their job kind of easy for the most part. But either way, going to be incomplete there. I think Jaden was the one to catch that, but if I read that right. But unfortunately going to be incomplete here. They have set. Do the Ravens have 7? I think they might. I don't know. I wasn't like counting. Let me look. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, they have 8. All right, I was just hallucinating, I guess, or something else. Yeah, AZ doing pretty okay though, quarterback. But either way, chromed. Going to be able to just barely get the first down with the help of a spin move. Able to dodge the first tackle, thankfully. AZ has been doing quite well. What do you do if they PR? Well, I mean, usually folds are generally a way to counter PRing players. So like, let's see if you could. I want to see if. Okay, they don't. Okay, you don't see it, but oh, gonna be intercepted by Rem QT. Unfortunately, AZ threw it just a little bit too short, and that ended up being the perfect height for Rem QT to intercept it right under who is that again? I'm trying to remember who's on what team. Was it Nogster? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff, I guess. Or was that someone else? I don't know. But either way, Isaiah going to get enough for the first down there. Here we go. And oh, gonna be caught for a deep pass there. Gonna be really overthrown though. But War, with a chance to extend their lead here, looking for a fold. Well, it wasn't exactly. I wouldn't say it was exactly who they were aiming for, but Isaiah gonna be the one to catch it there. But War, let's see what he can do here. He's gonna try to find something here. Gonna be caught by Isaiah. And just like that, Carolina gonna extend their lead once again. I think there's another game on actually, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be in time to stream it, the whole thing. It just depends on how much Chicago and Houston can play. Or I guess it's going to depend if Chicago and Houston can play, though. I'm not entirely sure. But extra point going to be completely missed. So it will still be a one scoring game. You cannot mess up those opportunities if you're Carolina. Oh, man. But AZ going to be the one to find something here. I mean, so far things have just looked very, very solid. AZ. Oh, but AZ gonna lag a little bit, but thankfully does get the throw off somehow. I guess that's also part of the reason why it may not be like fully sophisticated as a competitive game, just because it's like the lag is also there because a lot of these games are online because it's Roblox. But yeah, gonna be caught by Jaden, and that's gonna be a touchdown for Baltimore, able to at least keep it a 1 point game. But again, no lead is too comfortable until it's secured. Football Legends is one of those games where it's never really over until the fourth quarter hit 0. So you definitely do not want to let your guard down. Oh, it's going to be caught by Warstar. Sorry, I was like zoned out again. But either way, though, Warstar going to be trying to look around. Again, Warstar, I mean, if you're the Panthers, you need to extend their lead as much as possible. But unfortunately, that is the one mistake you do not want to make. I mean, I don't know if that was the receiver's fault for cutting last second, and I guess War My Goat must have thought like that would have been open. But either way, though, Jaden gonna get the interception. No one was there but him. And that's just a very big mistake there from Carolina. But let's see if Baltimore can be able to capitalize on it. I mean, again, this has become a very interesting kind of game. But Noxter going to catch it. Somehow wasn't tackled from the first defender, but will get tackled from the second. Thankfully, but right now, if you're Carolina, you have to find a way to prevent a score, though, in one way or another. But let's see if they can do it. That almost was a score there, but thankfully it was just a tad bit overthrown. So Carolina got bailed out momentarily from that. It seems that we have a lag of player on the left from Carolina, but doesn't seem they wanted to throw it his way, so it didn't really matter. And here we go. AZ looking around, seeing what he can find. He's going to find Jaden, but unfortunately going to get popped, and that's going to be a field goal for Baltimore being forced out. But again, that will give Baltimore the lead, so it's not all for naught, and it looks like the kick will be good. So still a very good drive overall for Baltimore, thanks to that field goal. Just like that, Baltimore now has the lead by 2 points, but a lead is still a lead. Here we go, Warstar. Gonna be the one to return it there, and now War My Goat. I mean, again, you have to be careful here if you are Warstar, or if you're War My Goat here, because I mean, this is a very high pressure situation here. You have to find a way to take this lead before it slips out from your grasp. You don't you definitely do not want to give Baltimore another chance at the ball here, especially when they can extend their lead. But here we go, Isaiah going to be looking around there, gonna try to find the fold. And that will be a completed pass. And so far, this has been an interesting game so far. Streak taker. I couldn't read that properly for a moment. It's gonna get the one on the check down, and now with 10 seconds left in the third quarter, could this be the final play before entering the fourth? No, it will not. But it will be an incomplete pass from Carolina. Just a tad bit overthrown there. But here we go. Now this should be the last play of the third quarter. And now it looks like Where My Goat's going to take a little bit of time to get set. Okay, never mind. I guess this will be the last play of the third quarter. And it will be a field goal. But let's see if Carolina can take their lead back. No, they cannot. The kick is blocked. And just like that. Okay, now this should be the final play of the third quarter, right? Like, no playing? Okay, it will be. So AZ, let's see what he can find here. Gonna try to find, I think they was looking for Noxter there again, but just gonna be a tad bit overthrown. And now it'll be a 2nd and 15 entering the fourth quarter with Baltimore having the ball. But let's see what AZ can do here. And it's going to be to Noxter. Not going to get as far as he wanted there, but will get a good 11 yards on that play. And here we go, AZ. Going to be to Noxter. Noxter with 8 yards and a first down, just like that. And here we go. We're going to see what Baltimore can do here. With 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, they do have the lead, so they do not need to score here if they don't want to. Or I guess they're. I mean, I guess they're not in a rush to score. I should say. Maybe they probably need to, but they're not in a major rush to. If that makes sense, they don't need to worry about time. But unfortunately, they are gonna have to worry about throwing it in a 2v1 like that. But because War My Goat going to immediately get the interception on that play. I don't really know what exactly AZ was looking for on that pass. But War My Goat going to immediately capitalize on a huge interception there. I mean, that's just a brutal mistake there from AZ. You don't want to throw that into double coverage. And that is definitely a good reason why. But RemQT going to get it on the right fold. Again, a very classic mistake there from quarterbacks, just throwing it in double coverage, just trying to force it in when you really don't need to. But here we go. Oh, looking for Isaiah in the back, but unfortunately just way overthrown. I mean, that's just very tragic for them right now. But right now, Carolina needs something here. Again, they like the Ravens had, they have all the time in the world, but they definitely do not. But they do definitely need a score here. But here we go, War My Goat. Going to be rolling left, has a bit of room, and thankfully we'll find Isaiah. Gonna kneel it to prevent any risk of a fumble. And now here we go, War My Goat. Going to be looking around here, seeing what he can find. And let's see, will he find Warstar? Yes, he will. And that's going to be a touchdown from this dynamic duo here. Mostly because of their names. But right now they're looking like a dynamic duo in gameplay as well. With how many times they have scored. But either way, though, let's see what they can find here. It's going to be caught. The 2-point is good, so it will be a 6-point lead for Carolina. So now all the pressure is on Baltimore to be able to strike back if they can. This might be their one chance to hopefully get their lead back. Again, never say never, but Oh, and AZ going to lag quite a bit there. The lag ended up kind of helping him in a way. I mean, there'll probably be a lag warning for AZ there. Either way, though, AZ looking around. He does have an open lane if he wants to take it. One of the players are AFK. Or are they AFK? I don't know. But either way, Jaden going to get the touchdown for Baltimore. And just like that, the game is tied up. Just like that, thanks to a fabulous throw from AZ, along with Jaden able to capitalize on it. Just couldn't have made that any easier if you're Baltimore. Let's see if they can take the lead with this 2-point conversion. There's two people open the middle, but it doesn't seem like he wants to take it because Jaden going to be the one to get the 2-point conversion there. It seems that he saw something just a little bit better. Thankfully, was able to make that throw work. But now war by goat. Now all the pressure is on Carolina to be able to score here. And right now, this is where the high-scoring offenses start to take a big thing here. But here we go. Let's see if we can get anything interesting here. On to the 2nd and 3. It's going to be caught by Isaiah, able to get his 2 feet in bounds before getting tackled. Very huge first down play there from Carolina, but let's see if they can keep it up. And it's going to be a pass to Warstar. Going to be just a tad bit overthrown, though. That's a very hard pass to complete, though, if you are Baltimore, just because of how heavily covered Warstar was in that second that pass was thrown. But either way, though, War My Goat going to be looking around, trying to buy himself some time backing up. And it's going to be caught by Desired Tokyo. And that's going to be a touchdown for Carolina, and that's going to give them a 4-point lead. So far, 6 if they can get the 2-point conversion, if they choose to go for it. And just like that, this is where things can happen here. And it's going to be caught by Isaiah, but unfortunately 2-point is failed. And just like that, it will be a 4-point game. So again, Baltimore does have a chance to take the lead right back with a touchdown here. If they can get it. Not going to get very far on the kick return, but we'll get about the 35-yard line. So still fairly good kick return overall. No fumbles have really taken place, though, which is the weird thing. But Pops have, so maybe, I don't know. But AZ going to lag quite a bit here. And here we go. Things are going to get a little insane. Oh, and it looks like Carolina defensive ends were reading him going right, and he was momentarily, but AZ able to react fast here. And Noxter going to be the one to get the pass there on the midfold. Will be good for a first down. And so far at Carolina's 35-yard line, this is their chance. And Noxter going to avoid the defender deep. Was anticipating Noxter to miss the pass, but unfortunately just couldn't really seem to. But you can't expect those kind of errors to happen if you're Carolina. That dive by Warstar was very unnecessary, and just like that dive costed Carolina a touchdown there that could have been prevented easily. But thankfully for Carolina, the 2-point conversion will fail. So even if they get a field goal, they will still be able to take the lead. So it's not all doom and gloom for Carolina. But again, at the end of the day, though, Carolina is entirely pressured to score here. Here we go, King Crusher. Oh, King Crusher's now going to be the quarterback for Carolina now. The former Super Bowl champion from last year on the Dolphins. So it looks like he will make an appearance this game. Is King Crusher even on the Panthers? I don't know if he's a... Is he a legal player? I don't know. I have no idea. Here, hold on. Here, give me 1 sec. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I'm trying to look for something. Sorry, I'm going to stop commentating for a little bit. What team are you voting for? I mean, I don't really care. I'm not really on a team. I'm impartial. I don't think... I don't think King Crusher is... Wait. Is this King Crusher? Okay, if that's King Crusher, then I'm assuming, yes, he's on the Panthers. Okay. I'll just check and make sure. Nothing wrong with that. Either way, AZ is going to be the one lagging. It's going to be almost 30 seconds left into the game. And now if you're Carolina, I would start calling timeouts here, and it looks like they will. Very smart usage of it. Sorry, I've been like a little distracted. But Noxter going to get the first down there, and that's going to make life even more difficult for them. It looks like another timeout's going to be called by Warstar, just hoping Carolina can get can get an interception here. But again, time is running very thin for Carolina, and even if they do, Noxter going to get it again, going to be good for 11 yards on that play. And it looks like Warstar going to take his final timeout. And now, with the game slowly coming to a close here in one way or another, I don't really know if Chicago or Houston are going to play, though, but we'll see. Noxter going to be the one to get a first down just like that. This game is over. I mean, whatever happens, happens. It's pretty much pointless. And looks like Baltimore are going to be the ones to walk away with the win. Mostly unscathed. Okay, maybe not unscathed. I mean, they only won by 2 points, so it's not like they beat the crap out of them, but a win is a win. Regardless, and it will be Baltimore who will be 1-0. But I mean, again, this was a pretty good performance from Carolina as well, though. So I don't want to discount Carolina here. They did put up one heck of a fight, but in the end, it was not enough this game. Man. That game was something. I don't really know if Houston and Chicago are playing. So I have to check on that. I might have to make a new stream just in case, but so far though, I mean that was a really good as a really good performance on both teams though. I'm not going to deny that. But either way though, I don't know what else I can say. I'm like running out of things to say, I guess would be a better word. Cuz dang man, that was fun. Either way though, I mean it was a fun game, great fun. Very close to the very end, but at the end of the day, thank you guys for watching though, and I will see you guys next time. Actually, it'll probably be. Hold on. Actually, it'll probably be soon, depending if Chicago and Houston play today. I don't know if they will, but we can see though. But yeah, bye. But yeah.